skipping onto the stage as I did the other night. I'm going to just sit here quietly, which is something you don't see very often. I'm just going to cut straight to it. We've got Speaker's Corner, and Captain Zeljko and I are going to just chat. I have questions. He's had a chance to review them, so I can't surprise him too much. And let's go. You ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
Set full speed ahead.
Aye, aye, Captain. So I hear you have a seafaring business as a family.
Yes.
What traditions are you building upon, and how far back do you go in your family to be here now?
Long story.
We've got an hour.
Long story short, yeah. My parents, my grandparents, I grew up as a small kid with them, and I was listening their stories, how they're talking about the sea, everything about the sea, from very simple how to catch the fish, how to use the oars, what they experience at sea, bad weather, good weather, nice life in various ports. We'll not talk about that. And yes, so how you grow up, you're like a sponge. You're taking everything. So yeah, it's very traditional in my family, also from my wife's side. Her father was a seaman. So we have kind of good catch being together. To be a seaman, it's a kind of not normal life, because you're separate from your family. You're not with them. So you need to have a strong, better half at home, so she can handle it. So I was really happy. My mother was also with a very strong personality to build a family, to build a good relationship, to have a good childhood, everything. So that's kind of thing that I grew up, and yeah. So how to at that time I was living in kind of you know very well in the ex, we call Yugoslavia. I don't even like to pronounce that name. It was a communist system, yeah. And when you live in that system, we were not like ex-Soviet Union countries. We had kind of more freedom comparing Soviet Union communities. So I was able to see the things from, let's say, West culture. So I tried to find myself, okay, I want to live that kind of life. So it was the two options. Either you escape from that state, like an immigrant, or you go to the ship and you find a ship that sails to the United States. You're there in West freedom system. Also, I had the uncle who was working in Las Vegas, in the famous Caesar Palace Hotel. He was a cook, very specialized for French food. So I tried somehow to find a way to go there, but it was not so easy. So then my mother said, listen, don't even try to think to go to work on the ship. It's not an easy. But I was kind of stubborn, and I decided I go to the ship. So then I went to the high nautical school, 4 years. After that, I went to the college, as you said, we call it the university, 3 years. And plus, you have this 7 years. So it was a lot of things to learn, to read a lot of books, etc., so that I became a seaman. But that was under my skin, as I said, a lot of salt, a lot of sea blood or whatever. So I would grow up with all these stories about sea. So somehow I was...
Did you ever go to sea with your dad?
Yes,
Good stories from that?
yes.
What is a favorite story you have from those days at sea with your dad? Uh-oh, can you tell that one?
No, yeah. I was so impressed with my father. So he was so scared. So I was with him not so many times aboard the ship, but a few times, yes, I was. And I didn't ask much. I was just watching at him how he can handle it, how he was handling it. So he had a kind of good relationship and always supporting me. Yeah. So the story with him, I don't know.
You want me to move on?
Yes.
One difference that you and your wife have compared to your dad and his wife, your mother,
Yes.
is that you theoretically can talk to your wife every night,
Yes.
and your dad didn't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
So that must have been harder on your mom.
I wrote so many mails at that time, post mails. Yeah. Nowadays everything is by
Electronic.
unbelievable. So this, my wife gave me a hard time. Why you didn't call me last night? Where have you been last night?
Did you tell her you were resting?
Of course.
That's his common answer to me when I ask him if he can do something. I have to rest then.
No, it's very very good nowadays with this whole technology, and I'm really happy to live in this. So you can talk, you can see them, you can smile at the same time. So it's really good. So it's living good life with that one on the ship. So I mean, all crew members of all they have the same systems. So it's much better. Before, when I wrote the mail to my father, it was traveling like, I don't know, months to reach him, and he was always saying to me, because I draw kind of a ship with him on that ship and myself on the land waving, and he said to me when he came back home, saying I was crying. So that was the story. Let's say.
You touched his heart.
Yes.
So, when you...
But
Oh.
I'm owing you how I met my wife.
Oh, good.
Yeah. My
We
dress-
love
my-
stories like that.
Yeah, it's always funny with women. Yeah, it's very international. I mean, when I spoke with Indian crew or Filipino crew or Chinese or Americans, it's always the same kind of women issue. It's very international. You
Please
do
tell.
behave or you don't behave. So
You're talking you or the women?
Yes.
yeah, I think they understand what I'm saying. And now there are people recording, I'm not allowed to talk. But anyhow, yeah, so I met my wife on board the ship. I was working at that time on ferry ships, yeah. And she was traveling. And it was just a millisecond we saw each other, and that's it. It was end of my life. I mean, freedom. Now, I'm happily married, and everything you see, my father, her father, see everything about the ship. So I met my wife on the ship.
Okay.
So that's how it is connected, everything.
Everything.
I met so many nice people on the ships, so many good friends, and I saw so many nice countries, beautiful countries. I'm really happy to work on the ship. Yeah,
Good.
it's kind of advantage for us that we can see together with everybody here.
Excellent.
And I do behave. That's the reason I'm happily married.
Well, that's what you told me when we were talking in your office that day.
Yes, I do behave.
Can I tell them the story of our conversation?
Yes.
I marched into his office one day and said, I have to reprimand you. Because a day or two before that, he had said what bad luck he was for our ship. That he kept skipping ports and all this stuff. And I marched in to say, you are not bad luck. You are the captain of the adventure ship and you're going to take us on adventures.
Sure, yes.
And then he proceeded to explain to me what bad luck was. And he said, you know, like cats on ships. I said, and women on ships. and then he said, well, you know, in the olden days, when the seamen would go to port, and they'd get to port and they'd go into land to one of the houses. And if they came back to the ship without paying their bill, it brought bad luck to the ship. And I said, oh, did you not pay your bill last night? And that's when he announced that he is happily married. And he proceeded to tell me about bad luck.
Superstitions. Yes.
And then he asked me what I do. And I kind of went through, or did or something, and I went through my line of careers. And he finally said, are you a psycho? And I said, yes, I am, but I think you meant psychologist. And no, I'm not. And we've been teasing at each other ever since.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can confirm that psycho bit.
And you don't know me as well as he does. Captain, where did Croatia get its name? Do you know the history of it? You saw that question coming, don't be surprised.
Yeah. It's a Latin name, of course, Croatia. Yeah. But I'll tell you the story about Croatia, about connected to the myth, Holy Bible, and it says like this. So when God was making the world, yeah, creating, yeah, it says in the Holy Bible, it took 7 days. So he was making, let's say, the continents, the people around splitting. So let's say like this. So the French will live in this part of the world, the Chinese there, Russians up there, English there, Italy. So he split the people all around, yeah. And he finished, and he was resting in paradise on the 7th day. And that is written in the Holy Bible. Yeah,
Yes.
you read it.
And especially this part, yes.
Yes. And someone was knocking on heaven's door, because God lives in heaven. That's written in the Holy Bible. I'm Christian. I do believe in God. So God opened heaven's door. It was a bunch of people, the Croats. You know, the Croats became only 3.8 million of people, small nation. So a bunch of Croats in front of heaven's door, asking God. They said, the Croats say, "I'm sorry, God, to interrupt, to interfere, whatever." He said, no, go ahead, just tell me what is wrong. You forget about us. You didn't give us a country, a land where we're going to live. Oh, I forgot you're small people, small nation, blah, blah, blah. And he was, of course, he found solution. He said, okay, take my place instead. That's the story about Croatia.
Paradise.
We are living in paradise. So that's answer to your question about Croatia.
That's a beautiful story.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. That part wasn't in the Bible, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, Croatia, yeah, we are so proud nation. We play a good football. If the Americans would say soccer. Yeah. So we play good football. We are so proud. We had years ago, we were trying to have a freedom to separate, and we made it, and we have a beautiful country. So I'm guessing so many of you been there. You been there?
Well, I've been to Bratislava, which isn't quite Croatia.
No. We are not Slavic people. They said we are, but there are so many theories about Croatia. So, and the one that I trust is we pick it up Slavic language. So in this when you have the movements of the people, how you call this one, in ancient times, when the people were moving around the globe. How you said? Migrations, yes. So we were in the area of nowadays Iraq and Iran. So we moved up to, let's say, where is Ukraine today. So we picked up their language. We have to adopt. We are small, all being small nations. So we pick it up their language. We speak Slavic language, but we are not Slavic people. We are kind of different. Another myth connected or linked to that is, when God made kind of a selection of animals, I'll say. So you have billions of mosquitoes. Don't take me wrong, please.
Cockroaches too.
You have billions of people living in India or China. And when you compare with very special animals like tigers, lions, there are not so many. So that's if you compare to Croats, so we are like tigers. Yeah. So we're not talking anymore about Croatia.
Right. Move on before you get in trouble.
Yeah, that's the myths.
Yeah.
But we are so proud people. So just
Good.
yeah.
I can't decide if I want to talk to you about the history of seamanship and the tools and the techniques, or if I want to ask you, what's the worst weather you have navigated? And you get to choose which one we're going to talk about.
Whatever you want. The bad weather for me doesn't exist. It exists only for passengers.
Who aren't prepared with the right
They're
clothing.
always complaining. Rock and roll at sea, motions, etc. For me, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay for me.
Yeah.
It's okay with you guys?
Yeah.
All right. So you got
There's so many. Nowadays, especially this amazing technology. So it might happen, of course. A few days ago, it was this collision. You saw on TV.
No, I don't watch TV.
It was a collision. One container ship with the tanker ship
Oh, that's not good.
in the North Sea.
Okay.
It was all around the sea. Yeah, it was a collision. Yeah, recently happened a few days ago.
Okay.
And it was what's happened. I'm guessing it's still under the investigation. But mostly incidents or accidents at sea, collisions or grounding, it's a human error, of course.
Yes.
90%, I would say, 90% is a human error. So I just want to point it out that with this technology today, you can see everything. Bad weather, good weather, and you can avoid bad weather.
That's how you knew it'd be cloudy for the lunar eclipse.
Yes. She said she's gonna watch.
And he laughs just like that.
Yeah, so having a good weather, yeah, it's a good luck sometimes, sometimes not, but we can see, okay, bad weather is coming, So you have a hurricane. You would not sail into
That would be stupid.
that kind of weather, of course.
Okay.
But yeah.
So you have avoided really bad weather like hurricanes.
Yes, yes.
Good job.
For safety reason, I do everything. So, to be a captain of the vessel, main task of the captain is safety of the vessel, passengers, and the people. That's my numero uno, as they said. Priority.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
To navigate the ship from point A to point B, it looks easy and simple, but it's too complicated. It's hard to explain. So many dots to connect, mosaic, and there's always this aspect to get that point B safe. So many tricks, so many knowledge, so many items to check, it takes a lot. So for that reason, we have so many officers on board the ship, because they're asking you, the captain usually, who is driving.
It's on autopilot right now, right?
Yes.
You have a bridge full of people.
Yeah. No, when you look at the history of navigation science, so everything began in England in the 18th or 19th century. They made this nautical mile. So everything comes from there. For example, in the United States of America, they don't use port and starboard. That comes from the England.
Okay.
Port and starboard you have in England. In the USA you have left and right. What?
That didn't make sense, did it?
So you have port side of the ship, means that was the side of the vessel that was left side of the vessel, usually assigned for embarking and loading the cargo. So if port means you are into the port with that side of the vessel. Starboard is not because the captain is sleeping on the starboard side, on the right side of the vessel, but because of the steering of the vessel was usually on the starboard side, the right side of the vessel. So that's the difference. That comes everything from England.
Those crazy English.
Oh yes, Irish.
Oh, don't get us started about them,
Why?
because I am one.
Oh,
Blarney and everything.
yeah. Yeah. So the famous Admiral Nelson and the Battle of Trafalgar, that was the famous one. And there are some epaulets. They call the Admiral Nelson Eye. It's a kind of circle. I don't know if you saw it. They have a kind of circle here.
Okay.
And you know the reason why it's the circle?
No.
Because he was hit during that battle, and straight to his eye, and he put his arm over the eye because it was bleeding.
Yeah.
And when he put it away, so his uniform was a circle. And then from that point they made the epaulets,
Oh, very cool.
and they call Admiral Nelson Eye. It's a famous English admiral.
Okay.
Very, very famous, very knowledgeable.
Yes.
So everything is from them.
Okay.
And to be a captain of the vessel, yeah. It's you have to. It's not as I said, point A, point B. You have to consider the weather, the safety, the stability, so many items, and when you have a license, unlimited master. It's I cannot be a captain of the tanker, for example,
Okay.
or I cannot be a captain of the container ship. I'm just for the passage.
Because you have specialized training.
Yes.
Okay. We're grateful for that, sir. So, all right.
Yes. Carry on.
You shied away from the question about telling pirate stories. But we have seen Pirates of the Caribbean. So we know there's a lot of exciting stuff around that.
You're watching the American movies.
Yes, I am.
We don't say that to real, yeah. Where the pirates nowadays is part of Ethiopia, that part of the world. They don't say.
Somalia.
Because they aren't like the Caribbean ones.
Yeah, so we have the information security, as they said, for, you know, they are recommending not to go some areas of the world. So now it's there is a kind of not the warning, but kind of information delivery for Venezuela up there, so that we can stay a little bit away from their coast.
Good.
Just to avoid kind of bureaucracy requirements, so we can keep a little bit sailing away from that part.
I think we kind of all like that idea. Yeah.
So we are receiving very, very confident security information for each part of the world. They are recommending you go there, you cannot go there, blah, blah, blah. So, yes, sir.
You see, there's a rule you don't like to break.
Yeah, okay.
So there's one rule you don't break.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What else?
All right. Can we talk more about superstitions? I mean,
Yes.
you told me it was.
If anybody here is not how you say superstition,
Yeah.
can raise their hand.
I'm superstitious. Yeah. You are or not?
Particularly.
Are-
Yeah, the cats.
and you're a woman on a ship too, but so yeah.
They have bananas in the
What about women on board?
It's great luck.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Otherwise we wouldn't be sailing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because our CEO is a woman.
Yes.
Oh, but she's not on the ship. But she has put all of us women in charge. So it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Huh, guys? He just thinks he is.
No, but there are so many superstitions, especially connected to the ships, and of course there are valid or not. Yeah. For example, why the sailor has a tattoo like ankle? You see the sailor?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the story behind what I'm aware is, so it was kind of superstition. It's a luck that if a sailor fall off the ship into the sea, so it's kind of be not floating away from the vessel, so it's going to be connected to the ship. So this kind of superstition. Or as I think it was done here, crossing the equator,
Yes.
kind of good luck to do kind of ceremony.
We had a great ceremony when we
So
crossed.
you are superstitious.
Yeah. What's that, Celia?
Just like kissing the fish.
Oh yeah, she likes kissing fish, so. So I know Kathy and Mike also smashed a champagne bottle on the bow of the ship.
Yes.
What's that all about? I presume that's a superstition.
Yes, it is.
It's a waste of champagne.
Yes. I agree.
So why do they do it?
Because they're superstitious.
Ah, I should have known that answer.
But they said, yeah, that has to be given a good luck to the lady. Ship is she because from England. He said that everything comes from England. So
Yes.
the ship is she. And she is always
Right.
Yes. Very expensive for maintenance.
Yes. I'm so told.
She is very expensive for maintenance. Yeah.
So why is there a woman's sculpture on the front of on the bow of the ship?
Oh,
Why? What's that about?
is that here or?
Well, it's on pirate ships. I mean,
Oh. Well,
does anybody else have seen
Sure.
ships with?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you, Melody.
The balcony. She keeps in the balcony.
Well, yes, but she took it from the bow, so from somebody's bow. So, Melody, what's that story about? The captain didn't want to tell me.
I think yeah. I think we are not from this planet. Man, we are not from this planet.
I've heard that. I hear you're from Mars.
Could be, yeah.
All right, so you don't know about the
No,
women from
I
Venus.
don't know about this. Why?
Okay,
Do you know?
I don't.
Anybody?
It's to safe travels and good luck. is what
Oh.
they say.
I know, Leslie. It's because women ask for directions and men don't.
Ah,
I bet that's it.
that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna move on quickly. What's a story from your past that you do not want to tell us?
I was thinking what to answer this question. I question and answers sessions on when I was on the cruise ships before, yeah? And it was my wife sitting in that session. She was traveling with me, and one of the questions was similar to that one. What's your Captain Bad experience? Blah blah blah. So everybody, I think they expected that expect bad weather or something like that. So, not good experience for the captain, myself, is when I have my wife on board. And she was sitting in there. And they said, why? Yeah, I said, I'm the captain of the ship, full in charge. And she has no limits. So she has a card on board the ship. She can buy whatever she wants. It's charging me.
That's why you're still working, because you're paying off that.
I do behave.
Trip.
Yeah, I do behave. Yes. That's the one of the questions. You have your wife on board, so you have to take care of everything about her, especially.
You're a good man. Let's see. Well, so you started with cruise ships.
Yes. No. I was a apprentice, as you said, a lower rank on board the ship.
Yeah.
So when you finish your school, you go to the ship. You start learning the dirtiest jobs they can give to you. Cleaning. You go into the tank. Yes. You have a ballast tank. You have potable water tank. You have technical tanks. You have gray water tanks. You have sludge. You have
Blackwater tank.
black water tanks. So you go from there up. So
Well, there's no further down to go.
yeah. So I was working 1 year as a cadet apprentice, and after that I shifted to ferry ships.
Okay.
And
Then cruise
then
ships.
cruise ships. So
What's it been like for you to transition to a residential cruise ship?
yes.
Is it different for you?
It is completely different. I was thinking not for me cargo is a cargo, like a passenger is a cargo, you are kind of cargo. But when it comes to residence, it's completely different because you're owners, yeah, of your cabin. Your residence is completely. So I'm living my vacation here, staying aboard, for example. So you are here permanent. You are living with this. You're like a soul of the ship, together with the crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on cruise ships industry, people are coming, going, blah blah blah. Here is completely different, and I started to have a more understanding with all your questions. For example, I read, it says, what is the difference between the lifeboats and tender boats?
Yes.
Do I need to answer that one? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try to do a whole series, a whole session on tender boats and lifeboats. So if you want to wait till then to answer it, you can.
Yeah, because we have only 2 tender boats on board the ship. Each, let's say like this, safety equipment on board the vessel is certified. So, lifeboats are part for abandoning the vessel, so when the people are placed there, going to the lifeboats. Yeah? Tender boats are fully certified, additionally, to do tender service. So we have 2 boats at the same time they are lifeboats as well. So, but they are certified by the classification that we can do tender service, and that's the difference between the lifeboats and tenders. So, yes, so everything in regards to safety have to be certified. That's the, you know, do tendering with the lifeboat or with a boat that is not without any valid certificate. For example, when we do tender service with the local boats, for example, they have to provide their certificate to us because we have to guarantee that boat is safe enough to do
For your cargo.
for cargo. That's the system how it
Okay.
should go. So without certificates, the ship cannot sail.
We're very familiar with that.
Tell me something about that.
Lots.
How was your experience, if I may know, all the time in Belfast? I know
I
that you
loved
was-
Belfast.
Yes.
I'm an honorary Belfastian, you know.
But if you put that aside,
Oh, okay.
so I know that so many people were frustrated because they purchase, they buy
They
the
want to be
villa,
sailing.
they want to
Yeah.
be on the ship to sail around. So
My husband and I we chose Odyssey as our home. And we were very content to stay in Belfast until Odyssey was ready to go. We had to live somewhere. Belfast was good. Kathy wouldn't let us live on the ship while it was being renovated, so we were fine with it. We're probably rare beasts in that, but
You prefer to be in North.
But what's? Oh, I'm teasing him, and he knows that because that's what I do to him.
I was talking with so many residents. I asked, they took it similar as you now explaining, so they have a lot of understanding. Thanks to Kathy and Mike, they were able to explain everything at that time.
Yeah.
So it was a fight for the vessel. The vessel was dead for 5 even more years. So to get back to life, it takes a lot of things that
Took a lot.
nobody was aware, and that was a fight.
Took a lot of determination.
Yes.
Kathy had it,
Yes.
along with Mike and all the rest of the crew.
Yeah, I was really happy to work with Mike and Kathy, and they show very, very knowledgeable part to understand the concept of the ship,
Yes.
how it works.
So I think we have time for one more question, and that is, how can the Odyssey voyage help make the world a better place?
You tell me.
Well, I can tell you what we understand the intention was,
Yes.
and I can tell you what I want.
Yes.
The intention was to leave a place better than we found it. That was kind of some of the early discussion. I want to make a positive impact on the environment everywhere we go. And the environment isn't just nature, the plants and trees and the trash and stuff. I want to make a difference to the people. I want them to have uplifted visions for their lives and to appreciate that cruise ships aren't always a dreadful thing to have come into port. I do want us to make the world a better place in every way we can. And we'll do that through the programs we're going to adopt and create, and by smiling and teasing our captain.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. Whatever is connected to the previous question about how I experience residential ships. That's the way how you said. So it's something new in the world, in this kind of business, and maybe we need, or the officers, the crew, auto manager, we need your more feedback to give us a kind of wide line, how to be more powerful,
Yeah,
more noise, more,
take stronger action.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Pasquale did a talk for us
oh yeah.
last week, and that is, I hear people talking left and right about not wasting food or electricity or water, and not dropping trash overboard, or being disgusted by the trash we see that the community dumped overboard, or not put in the water. So yeah, we're raising our awareness, which will help us raise awareness elsewhere.
I agree.
Is there another question you want to ask me before I let them ask you questions?
Just, I have no much contact with the residents. I'm not like Rodrigo. If he's a hot man, as I said, hot man, manager, hot man.
I like it.
So he's the man who talks a lot. And yeah, I'm comparing with him, I'm not much involved in this kind of relationship. But yes, I would like to say, whenever I'm around, I'm really appreciate that we talk, whatever, any kind of question that might be silly question. For example, people that ask me on the cruise ships at what time it's open at midnight buffet.
I hope you have a good answer for them.
Yeah, so I'm really open, and I'm really willing to listen everything that you would like to share with me, and having more sessions like this, whatever. And sometimes I have crazy days together with Rodrigo. He's always attacking my office.
It's his fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, there are days that we can always find a spot to talk and discuss whatever you would like to. I would like to also to share, where are you from?
I'm from Colorado.
Colorado.
It's in the United States.
Yeah. So there are so many good people here. I know them, and I would like to talk with them. Sometimes taking dinner with the residents. Sometimes not. It depends. I have my work, my resting hours. So I have to be. I'm 24/7 on board the vessel, available for anything. You have kind of work, and resting hours as well. So I have to be mentally prepared for anything on board that can happen. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, when you're sleeping, I'm up on the bridge. The chief engineer, oh, we have a problem. We don't have problem like this, but yeah, I have to be always mentally ready to execute what you guys expecting from me. Point A, point B, safe.
And your rest is important to keep you that sharp. Yep.
They're inviting me for various kind of parties. I refuse. It's my neighbors on deck 7 forward. Oh, Captain, come in. We have a party tonight. Wow. I said, no, thank you very much.
Did you say I have to rest now?
I found different reasons.
Okay.
He has never been to one party, I can attest.
Because he has many reasons not to do that.
Yeah, but yeah, please, yeah.
Keep inviting him though.
Yeah. I'm just here, as I said, point A, point B, safe. That's my main task.
You do a great job of it.
Thank you.
See, I told you weren't bad luck for us. You've gotten us to every point A.
I pay my bills.
Yes, you do. Can I get 1 or 2 questions from the audience for you?
Oh, lady. That's she said.
Very dumb but short question.
No dumb questions, they're smart ones.
Every morning you say this is the captain reporting from the bridge. Have you ever reported from somewhere else?
She wants to know if he's ever reported from somewhere besides the bridge.
I said usually on departure, this is the captain speaking from the bridge. Not in the morning. In the morning it's Lorraine. She does kind of information.
Right.
I usually do sometimes, and I do apologize. I really simply forget to do announcement because I shall do it departure before the ship departs from the port. Some kind of announcement saying, "Hey people, everything is okay." Blah blah blah. Sometimes I simply forget. I do apologize, and I usually like to say this, Captain speaking from the bridge. Because,
From the bar.
yeah.
Did you know that every captain on a cruise ship, their last name is speaking? Every time they make that announcement, they say, this is Captain speaking from the bridge. So Captain speaking is your last name. That's all captain.
Irene is pointing out that every captain in the world is his last name on a cruise ship. Last name is speaking because this is Captain speaking from the bridge. So thank you for that tidbit. That's going to go right up there with when's the midnight buffet start. One more question. Go, John.
I think I'll be speaking for a lot of the residents here. We are not just passengers, we are residents. We live on the ship. I've seen the attic, I've seen the bedroom, I've seen the living room. I haven't seen my basement. Is there any possibility of arranging tours through the engine?
John's asking about tours of the engine room.
You wish. John, yeah, I know, but the main concern is safety of residents
Can we become
to
cargo
go
real quick?
to the basement, as you said. Engine, I'm guessing that's what you was asking. Yeah. The heart of the ship. We did tour only engine control room, so that's still valid. But to go more down, you have to apply for a crew member to work in the ship. So it still is no, because of safety reasons. So please understand, John. I would like to bring you down there together with the chief engineer. It's really kind of adventure. So many big engines, so many loud noise, very impressive. So, but at this stage, for safety reason, when the Columbia, the management of the vessel changed the policy, I cannot violate any policy. Then if they change, maybe. Or you sign the contract as a crew member.
One last question.
It's not a question, it's a comment. I thought the tour on the bridge was wonderful. I enjoyed it. And I felt we had a great crew up there. And great instruments. A suggestion might be, if we can't go down into the engines, maybe we can have someone just create a video.
The Danes.
So Lauren is suggesting,
And then have one of the crew members come and talk to us about the video.
so Lau-
We may not be there, but we can get that feel, we can sense it.
Laura's suggesting that there be a video made of the basement and chief engineer or somebody come give it a talk about it. So we'll.
I agree. It's a brilliant idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for now. I'm gonna thank you, Captain.
Thank you very much. I think, growing like a community here, I can be part of it.
You are.
Yes, you are part of our community.
Headed out.
And I'm, to answer that, I'm really proud to be a captain of residential ship. And there are so many nice people. Introducing, etc. Yeah, we shall have more this kind of relationship.
I'm working on it. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy that.
So I'm going to remind you we have another Speaker's Corner coming up Thursday, March 20th at 8:30 right here. And Shireen Thomas is going to talk to us about Get to Know Nowruz, Persian New Year. So come see what she's got to teach us. Or she'll